Good morning, my children, and welcome to your English class, the class of the teacher Jacob. So for today, my children, we're going to start with a new topic which is called geometric shapes. Remember, we already finished with the numbers from 1 to 10, so we're going to leave them at rest for a while. Today, we're going to concentrate on shapes. Recuerden, chicos, que ya hemos finalizado nuestro repaso con los números del 1 al 10. Eso no significa que ya no los vamos a ver. Los vamos a seguir trabajando, pero en videos futuros. Ahorita lo más importante es que vamos a continuar con un nuevo tema que es parte de nuestro repaso. Vamos a trabajar con las figuras geométricas. Ahora, para este repaso vamos el día de hoy a trabajar con tres. We're going to start working with three geometric shapes: the circle, the square, and the rectangle. Now remember, my children, each one of these geometric shapes have their own objects. So we are going to see those objects and we are going to say characteristics of each one of them. Recuerden, chicos, que cada una de las figuras con las que vamos a trabajar el día de hoy tienen sus diferentes objetos. Tienen objetos que son similares a la figura. ¿Ok? En la clase de hoy el teacher Jacob les va a explicar el nombre de esos objetos y les diré características de cada uno de ellos. So let's begin. The first geometric shape is the circle. Now, remember, my children, for the circle we have four objects. The first object that we have right here is an emoji. Now the emoji that is right here is a happy emoji. But we have several more emojis. Remember, the emoji is an object that transmits emotions. Recuerden que los emojis, chicos, son objetos que transmiten emociones. For example, if we are happy, if we are sad, if we are angry, okay, we can transmit that emotion through an emoji. Recuerden que cuando estamos felices, tristes o enojados, todas esas emociones las podemos representar por una carita. And emojis, of course, have a circular form. Next to the emoji, we have a ball. Now we have several types of balls according to the sport. Recuerden, chicos, que nosotros, de acuerdo al deporte, vamos a utilizar diferentes pelotas o balones. En el caso de basketball, we use a ball that is color orange and of course is a circle. In the case of football or soccer, we use a ball that is color white with spots color black. In the case of tennis it's a sport. Okay. El tenis es un deporte en el que utilizamos una raqueta para lanzar una pelota de un lugar a otro. En ese deporte también utilizamos una pelota más pequeña que es de color green. So, depending on the sport, we're going to use a ball. Dependiendo el deporte que nosotros practiquemos, dependiendo de eso, vamos a ver qué pelota ocuparemos. But most of the balls are circles. Pero lo más importante es saber que todas las pelotas tienen una forma de círculo. Next to, we have a hoop. Now the hoop is part of the family of toys, and it's basically a big circle that we introduce in our body here at the hip so we can play with it. Okay? El aro es un objeto circular que es parte de la familia de los juguetes. Nosotros agarramos el aro, lo introducimos en nuestro cuerpo a mitad de nuestra cintura para que de esa forma pues nosotros hagamos el famoso hula hula, que es prácticamente tratar de mantener dentro de nosotros ese aro sin que se nos caiga. Now, one of the most good things about the hoops is that you can do exercise. It's good for you. So if you have one, I suggest you that you practice it to improve your skills. Si ustedes en casita cuentan con un aro, yo les sugiero que lo utilicen, que jueguen con él para que de esa forma se ejerciten y pues tengan un buen equilibrio. Recuerden que el juego de utilizar un aro es de que no se nos caiga y que lo mantengamos siempre en nuestra cintura. So it's very fun and very instructive. Next to the hoop, al lado del aro, we have a donut. Now, donuts are very delicious and they are part of the family of the bread. Las donas son parte de la familia del pan and they are very exquisite. They are very delicious. The teacher Jacob loves donuts. And of course, the donut has a circular form. Next to the next geometric shape is the square. Now, for the square, once again, we have 4 objects, and let's begin with the Christmas gift. Now remember, when we saw special dates, Christmas celebration, we saw several items like Christmas lights, Christmas tree, Christmas ornaments, and Christmas gifts. The Christmas gift, most of them have the shape and form of a square. Recuerden, chicos, que cuando estuvimos trabajando y platicando acerca de las celebraciones especiales, Navidad, vimos varios objetos como luces navideñas, el árbol de Navidad y los regalos navideños. Ahora, la mayoría de los regalos nosotros los colocamos en cajas y una caja tiene forma de un cuadrado. So, we have the Christmas gifts. Next to the Christmas gifts, we have a plastic dice. Now the dice, it's part of the family of toys and in Spanish means dado. Now the characteristic of the dice is that in each face, en cada una de las caritas de un dado, we have the numbers. Tenemos los números en forma de puntitos. I'm going to show you the example of a dice so you can look better. You can see here, I have a plastic dice that contains several faces, que tiene varias caritas o varios lados. In each one of the sides or faces, we have dots, puntitos, indicating a number. For example, this size right here has only one dot. This one right here has 1, 2, 3. So, according to this side, there is a number. So, the dice, once again, has the shape and form of a square. Next to, we have the book. Now, books, for example, the one that you have, the one in which you do the activities of the teacher Jacob, like the one that I have here, the teddy book, has the shape and form of a square. Now this is called book. And book in Spanish, libro. And finally, we have the face of a robot, the head of a robot. Now robots, remember, they are not like people, they are objects that have life, ¿ok? Recuerden que no son personas, sino son objetos que tienen vida, porque pues dentro de ellos tienen circuitos, tienen cables y por eso pues tienen esa capacidad de poder caminar y de poder ver, ¿ok? Now, the head of the robot has the shape and form of a square. And of course also the eyes of the robot are 2 big squares. Excellent. Now let's continue with the rectangle. Once again, we have several objects for the rectangle. Let's see. First of all, we have a brick. Now the word brick in Spanish, ladrillo. And bricks, we use it to construct or to build a house. For example, most of our houses are constructed by several bricks. La mayoría de nuestras casas o las casas están hechas de ladrillos. And the shape and form of a brick is of course an orange rectangle. Next to the brick we have blocks. Now blocks, one of the most popular toys around the world are Lego toys. Now the teacher, I love Legos. And the Legos have several shapes. For example, they can be in square form or in rectangle form. Recuerden chicos que los Legos, esos juguetes que son tan populares alrededor del mundo, la mayoría de ellos tienen forma de rectángulo o de cuadrado para que de esa forma pues nosotros podamos construir lo que se nos ocurra. Ahora, recuerden, remember that a block, okay, the block has the shape and form of a rectangle. Next to, we have a letter. Now letters, inside an envelope, we have a letter describing a feeling that we have towards another person. Recuerden chicos que en una carta, dentro del sobre hay una carta que contiene información que queremos decirle hacia otra persona. ¿Okay? Tal vez a nuestros papás queremos escribir una carta, cuando ustedes ya sean un poquito más grandes y ya sepan escribir, o a un tío o a un amigo utilizamos cartas. ¿Okay? And remember, the letter goes inside an envelope and it's right here. Letter, una carta. And finally, we have the television. Now the television is an object and mean of communication in which we can watch shows, cartoons, movies, or the news. Recuerden chicos que la televisión es un medio de comunicación en donde nosotros podemos ver videos, caricaturas, programas o películas. Now, there used to be a time in which televisions had a square shape, but not anymore. Those are old televisions. New televisions in this day and age have the shape and form of a rectangle. Hubo un tiempo, chicos, en donde las televisiones antes tenían una forma cuadrada, ¿ok? Pero pues esos tiempos ya pasaron. Ahora esas televisiones pues ya se consideran viejitas. Las nuevas televisiones, las actualizadas, tienen forma de rectángulo. So that's an interesting fun fact. Eso es un dato muy interesante. Very good. So before we finish with the class, my children, let's have one last review of each one of the objects. Remember, for this, the teacher Jacob says it first. Repeat after me. Emoji. Ball. Hoop. Donut. Christmas gift. Dice. Book. Robot. Brick. Remember, brick, ladrillo. Block. Leather. Television. Very good, excellent work. The teacher always happy with Kinder 1 because you pay attention. That's it for today, my children. Have an excellent day. Goodbye.